What repels insects more, natural oil or artificial bug spray? What repels insects more, natural oil or artificial bug spray? The main idea of this research is to test the use of natural oils, specifically tea tree oil, repelling ants instead of the use of chemical bug spray. This way humans can repel ants instead of eliminating them. Rationale. In this project, I wanted to test if tea tree oil really repels ants. It seems to be very popular of the use of natural oils in repelling this type of insect. I really care about the environment and animals of all types. Since regular insects repellents are toxic, poisonous, and even flammable, I wanted to test the reality of this subject. The ants I chose were the pavement ants, Tetramorium immigrans, also known as the immigrant pavement ant or sugar ant, found in sidewalks, pavements, and patios. It's dark brown in color and is the most common type of ant seen at homes. It's the type of ant that comes to eat all the leftovers when food is left behind. It causes discomfort to people when they find these ants in their homes, especially in kitchens. That's why the purpose of this project, the research of a natural method to make these ants return to their habitat instead of the use of eliminating them with exterminators and bug spray. Hypothesis. The natural substance, tea tree oil, that is being tested. Is it better or worse than the toxic for humans and artificial bug spray? Variables. Independent variable. The independent variable is the amount of oil added to the natural group and the amount of artificial bug spray. The dependent variable is the amount of ants that get repelled or worse, die from in between groups. The controls and experimental groups. The ants are in the artificial group or the control group. The ants in the natural group are the ones being tested. Materials. 2 pairs of gloves, 4 cotton balls, 4 plastic containers, labeling machine, 1 cup of water, pyrethrin. The pyrethrin came concentrated, so it had to be diluted. The proportion is 9 teaspoons of pyrethrin per each 1 gallon of water. It's okay to have 1 cup of water because it just needs a small quantity of the solution. 1 cup of water is equal to 0.0625 gallons, and the equivalent proportion of pyrethrin is 1/2 teaspoon. Tea tree oil, 5 drops, and a notebook to take notes, and a pencil. Procedure. Ants were taken with a shovel near my house sidewalk, and they were put into divided plastic containers. We used 4 containers, 2 for the first trial and 2 for the second trial. Once we collect them, we separated the ants into equal amounts per container, about 35 on each. This was also the hardest part of the experiment. On the first trial, I started with the tea tree oil, applying in the cotton 5 drops of natural oil in one of the corners of one of the plastic containers and observed for about 2 minutes. This plastic container was labeled as tea tree oil. Then, the same was done for the second plastic container, but in this case, I submerged the cotton in the cup of water with the pyrethrin diluted, then closed the lid and labeled it as bug spray and observed for 2 minutes. Then the same procedure was done for the second trial of the experiment. Procedure. Mix 1 cup of water with 1/2 teaspoon of pyrethrin. Try to have the majority of ants on one side of the container. Get 4 cotton balls, 2 for bug spray and 2 for the oil side. Get tea tree oil. Dip 5 drops of oil in the cotton ball. Place cotton balls on the same side as ants. Record what's happening. Do same procedure, but in this case with the pyrethrin dilution. Compare. The graph shows the comparison between the ants repelled versus the ants eliminated. On both trials, when the bug spray was used, ants were eliminated, so no ants survived. The graph shows on trial number 1 that 20 out of 35, approximately after 2 minutes, were repelled by the use of the tea tree oil. but 10 out of 35, approximately after the 2 minutes, were eliminated, not repelled, when we tested the bug spray. As a result, no ant was repelled when the bug spray was used. Instead, ants were eliminated. Same was on trial number 2, but with the different numbers. Ants with tea tree oil were repelled. Ants with bug spray were killed instead of repelled. Conclusion. The summarization of this project was that the hypothesis was supported. The ants got repelled by the tea tree oil, but the others died to the pyrethrin chemical. Although the pyrethrin did more than repel, which wasn't the point, the oil did the job of repelling, not killing. The approximate amount of ants were about 20 of 35 ants were repelled in the first trial, but only 13 of 35 were repelled in the second trial, meaning the oil was more accurate. This is because the hypothesis was, what repels ants, natural oil or pyrethrin? The hypothesis was supported because the oil did the job, but the chemical killed them. There wasn't anything that influenced the data collected, no change of temperature, no change of weather. The way the world could use this information is by just selling stronger natural oils, so they can get repelled instead of killed. This way, we could save the species of ants in a backyard. Thank you. This is the bibliography.